Hey guys, welcome back to Creativerse. So, today it is Thursday, May 8th, 2025. And today we are going to be continuing the Treehouse project. We only got 2 rooms left and this treehouse is complete. Which this will be spent across the next 2 episodes. This one and the next one. And then we're done. And then we'll move on to another random project. Whatever I can think of next. Anyway, let's get into it. Oh yes, and I was actually able to get this to work via the, the little processor here. Which is pretty cool. I've used those in the past. I just haven't used those in forever. So I had to remember how they worked. Anyway, today we are going to be, doing Empro's room, which is this little room over here. Okay, maybe not literally that little room over there. There's actually some other rooms. There's actually another room right above there. That's actually way bigger than that, but this tiny little room is what we will be working on first. So, let's get into it. Thankfully, I have already laid it out exactly where this is meant to go. So this is going to be easy as heck. And by easy as heck, I mean, oh frick yeah, it's gonna be easy. In fact, I think we might even still have some doors left over. Yep, we sure do have some doors left over. Actually, I think later on in the series, it eventually turned into this. So, we're gonna place that there just for the time being. Of course, we still need to have a little entrance so we can, actually get in. But, from what we can gather, in episode 2 of the entire series, by the way, we can see that this room was extremely tiny. And by tiny, we mean stupid tiny. So this is a total joke. But first, we need to remember what angle it went in. And I just checked footage from episode 2. It apparently went over here, actually. So, my bad, I was 1 block off. Here we go. And we should be good to build the remainder of this. So give me a second to build the remainder of this. Since, as you can see, there's pretty much a wall right here. Except we died in the process. You see, when opening up this door and doing that, yeah, you die automatically. That means we need to put a door in there. Sorry, I meant to say floor. My bad. Okay, thankfully I got back in without dying. So according to what we just saw, we need to go ahead and put this all back in. And I also managed to measure the room of the room that we're building. Which, just to be exact, is a grand total of, well, actually, practically I guess 5 columns of blocks, which is not even that bad at all. All we need to do is just place down a floor, pray that we do not die in the process, because that would be annoying as heck. And we're all good. We just gotta pray that we don't die in the process, because that's the part that just gets super annoying. The fact that we just died for no reason. Just because we were too far off the edge. And thankfully, it actually works. So that's good. Thankfully. Oh, come on! As I was saying, this room, thankfully, is again very, very small. So this is again a joke. So much of a joke. The fact that I can literally finish the remainder of this, right now. Okay, not that block, that one, and, that one. Oh, and we're also gonna need at least 1 torch. I'm gonna need you for that one. So, thankfully, what we can do is go ahead and do this. And there we go, we're done. Well, at least with the exact size of the room. So, thankfully, this won't even take that long at all. And see, we're already practically done with the floor, so we don't need to worry about going on the edge of the walls for the remainder of this video in this room. Which is good, except we ran out. Okay, so, now that we got the entire length of the room done, we don't need to, again, worry about that for, again, the remainder of the video, as I just stated. Now, we're just gonna pray that I don't fall, because that would be annoying. Thankfully, this room is so tiny that it doesn't even matter. I literally can just do this. Look how fast we're going just because of this. It's all because the room is stupid tiny. Okay, maybe I might need to put some walls there. some wood wall. And what I mean by is just some actual wood. Just to bring it in just a little. And there we go. That part is done. Yep, I knew there was some actual wood there. I don't think I'm actually going to worry about the leaves because those I don't really need to worry about too much. And I'll get the rest now. Okay, so I managed to grab the rest, which thankfully is not really anything special. Now that that's done, I will gladly put a roof on this. Alright, that is done. We are going to put a bed back here, because I think there used to be one back here. But don't worry. Don't worry. This isn't the actual room. This was only made just in case we had, like, more players here. Which, just for the record, never ended up happening. It was just the three of us, and then it eventually just became myself for the majority of the series, so, oh well. So now that we've covered that little tiny little room, we're now going to cover another room of the treehouse. We'll get to this one at a later time. What we are focusing on now is Enpro's room. So that's apparently what he called his room back then. I actually remember that. You see those stone doors right next to the sign? I actually have those exact same doors right here in my inventory. I will be using them for this exact room, which, just for the record, looked like this. Look how freaking massive this is. This was massive back in the day. Thankfully, it's not as difficult as we actually think it is, as the room is rather small. So without further ado, let's jump into it. God, I need to stop being so overhyped about these things. Seriously, I don't see a point. Now, the way to get up there is through a staircase, so we're gonna build that now. So there's actually a fence to get up here, mainly because if we look at episode 2's footage, we can clearly see that there is a fence up there. As you can see, when looking at footage of episode 2. As you can see, there is clearly a fence there. Now, thankfully, this isn't that much of a problem, because we don't even need to build the entire staircase up. We just need one to just be above the room. So, genuinely, we don't even need the entire staircase, which means we could just start building up here. Yep, that's right. We can just immediately start building up here. And we don't even need to worry about having the entire staircase intact. Who cares? Hey, as long as we have something in that regards. Let's get to work. Yeah, this is definitely not going to take as long as I intentionally think. This is a very small room. Most of that I can just easily craft myself. See, there's more to the fence right there. So what I might do is I might end up building the walls and floors, and then what we're going to do after that is on camera I will put in all the furniture. Let's do the walls off camera to not waste too much time, considering there's a lot of them. Okay, I have finally implemented all of the walls and floors. First of all, we are going to need some light, and by a lot of light, I mean a lot of freaking light in here. It is dark as heck in here. So, there you have it. We all have some light in here. Finally! So guys, I felt so stupid in the last episode for realizing that we didn't have, of course, we still had the iron lamps. Which means I could easily fix that light problem in my room from the last episode. Look at this. Look at this. See? Problem fixed. Why did I not see that in the last episode is beyond me. Hooray! The room lighting is fixed. So now that we officially have every single thing covered, we're going to deck the frick out of this place. And by that, I am referring to this entire place. Like, look at this. We have the stone doors and everything. They all open on their own. It's beautiful. Next up, we are actually going to use this bed to not only sleep, just so it's not nighttime all the time here. That's annoying on occasion. But we're also going to take time to also put in some planters. Specifically, where the heck are they? Oh, come on. Okay, so I do actually have some windows, which we can use. We have some windows over here that I remember being over here. Yeah, I should have probably muted Discord before starting this video, now that I think about it. But the good news is that we have all the furniture that we're gonna need. Specifically right here. And we also have a bookshelf over here. Now, like I just said, I think we have some planters in here. Yeah, okay, so never mind, they were in my inventory. We're also going to need to do that. And we are also going to need to put a chest here, and a chest right over here. So that is all very cool. The last thing we need to do is go ahead and do this. Put something under here to kind of reflect this. And with all of that being said, we can confirm that, oh, god dang it, there's still stuff here that we need to do. Because yeah, there was apparently more over here than I thought. Thankfully, I already do have the respective things we need to use to be able to make this area a reality. With all that being said, we can confirm it is finished for real this time. Okay, maybe except for this. But the problem is, this is probably not going to do anything, unfortunately. But, regardless, we finally finished the room. And I do apologize for taking so long on that. That was not intentional. But hey, at least we finally fixed our little light problem from the last video. And you know what? To make it better, I'm actually going to add an extra light into this room. So, we don't have to deal with the super dark lighting. So, let's do this. Is that? No. Okay, so that doesn't really do anything. Okay, good to know. I thought that did something for a second. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. No, like seriously, that is the end of the video, guys. That's everything. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching this episode of Creativerse. This was very fun today. I will personally not lie. This was a very fun little episode to do. And, yeah. Next episode, we are gonna, we're gonna do Rose Crystal's room next, which is gonna be the conclusion of this whole treehouse. Yes, finally. We're gonna finally conclude the treehouse next time. Which is actually awesome. So yes, we will be concluding the treehouse in the next episode. So guys, please do look forward to that. And with all that being said, that is it. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye! I ended up adding more torches to this so we can light the treehouse up, and I also ended up making an actual staircase to get up here to make it way easier to get up here than it was like 8 years ago. You're welcome. Only one more room to go.